Alright, hello and welcome back to Link to the Past. Alright, I think we are going to pretty much head directly to the third dungeon from here. I'm just going to make a quick stop over at the Well of Happiness to further maximize our, well actually finish, I suppose, maximizing our bomb and arrow carrying capacity. Also not putting much effort into avoiding enemies because it doesn't really matter for right now. So, hey, how are you? Welcome. Welcome to the channel. Hi. Alright, let's head in here, and we're only going to have to do this 3 times, so I guess we can just stay on screen for it. We don't need to pause. There we go. Once you have 40 bombs or 60 arrows, you get a, I don't know, bonus, I suppose you can call it, where instead of only getting an increase of 5 to your capacity, it goes all the way up to 10. So there's arrows at 60. Yes, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, there's always a little couple second delay, and then it will allow you to add more. You can certainly see that this is much nicer than when we were only doing 20 at a time, but still takes longer than anyone would like. I'm assuming in the remakes they found ways to make this happen faster, but I don't actually know that. So there we are with bombs. We are now at 50, which is the most. And 2 more times, we'll be done with arrows as well. If you try to select bombs again after this, or arrows after that, basically she'll just say, hey, sorry, that's too much, let me give you your rupees back. Which, it's nice that they give it back, but it's a huge waste of time. Alright, there we go. So, with that all perfected, we don't have to come back here anymore unless we want to collect some fairies. And we can now head off to dungeon number 3, which might be the one that I, at least initially, was by far the worst at. Hopefully I do a better job here, but we'll see. Alright, so we're going to go to Kakariko, and we'll have to do our teleporter up here. Actually need 2 hands, I guess. We'll do our little loop. It's very, very nice having the duck. You know, the water warp ways are okay, but they're pretty limited. The duck is much nicer. Starting to get the sun on me here. Why do you do that? Oh, anyway. Alright, so we'll warp here, and we don't even have to go into the village. We just want to go back up into the woods here. See where we're at. Number 3. Alright, so... oh good, bees. Hate the bees. Let's try to clear our path a little bit. Before that guy tries to steal our shield again. Alright, so... actually, why don't we just drop into this hole? Which is one of, I don't know, 6 pathways that you can use to enter this dungeon. A little goofy, but, you know, whatever works for you, I guess. Alright. I always feel like there should be something that happens under here, but as far as I know, there's not. So, let's just take our time, let that go by us. Could always use our magic cape to get by these things. And then in this room, there's not a lot that's happening of significant interest. We can keep bopping you away. Collect the compass. Now, it doesn't show us a lot since we don't have the map yet, but it shows us something. Alright, so probably should have just waited to pick it up so the holes wouldn't be in the floor, but it's alright. Now in here, oh, it's rude. Oh, okay. You know what? I'm not playing this game. Mummies just take a ludicrous number of hits. It's very annoying. It's just totally unnecessary. Anyway, collect this key, and you know, Master Hand here starts coming to pester us, which is probably the most annoying part of this dungeon. Now we could delve deeper into the dungeon here, but actually I think we'll just ignore that for now, and we're gonna exit stage forward, I guess. I don't know. We're going to head up this way to the other, oops, well, not the other, but we'll call this entrance number 4, and we're going to step inside. We already have the, oops, already have our hook shot out, so we can keep using that. And oops, just take these guys out here. You can see why I often prefer to just use bombos to deal with them. Now, in order to get into this room, you have to be a little sneaky about how we deal with things. So we're going to move this statue all the way over, and then we have to pull it up behind us. And let's let little Master Hand here, oop, come down, pull the statue on, and go up through here. Kind of a tight spot. Oh, that was rude. I didn't think it could get me when I was still in the doorway. That's okay, it just kind of resets everything. Luckily, we're still very close to the beginning. That's not a significant problem. Hey, let's grab this. Alright. We'll always pull you back to whichever entrance you most recently used. And unfortunately, you can't kill it and have it actually stop coming back. I think would have been a better design, but that's because it annoys me a lot. So we'll take care of those guys. Might as well refill our magic and our health, and sneak up here, where we get the big key. And we'll also pop this wall open. Head through here, and just get a little magic. Honestly, we probably could have let him take us back. That would have saved us time. Not much time, but a little. Push this out of the way. And now we're going to go back to what we will call, let's say, door number 2? I don't know. We're going to drop down this hole. Brings us to this little ring of skulls. Oh, I just walked right into that thing. Oh. Might as well throw this bomb here. There we go. And we can come back and get the rest of these skulls later. Oh, forgot. Let's step on here. Okay. Now, we can head in here. And we might as well just pull this. That will open up this wall. And we're going to leave that skull as it is. Use the hook shot to get across. Collect a couple of magic pots. Look back across, and you out, and you. And we will get the fire rod. This rod commands the red fire. We'll come back to that in a little bit. So let's do this. See what goodies we have under here. It's too slow. And the last one. Cool. Now, this will let us just kind of pass right out through here. And we'll collect the dungeon map. It's in your current position, so let's take a look. We've gone through almost everything over here except for the room right below us, which we absolutely could skip, but I'm going to choose not to. So, we're going to go through, let's call it door number 3. This can be door 1, that one up there is door 2, this is door 4, and this will be door 3. Takes us into this room here, some mummies, that as usual we will just get rid of. Frankly, they're not difficult enough to pose a real challenge, they're just time consuming. And when we're dealing with Master Hand here, I don't like waiting this long. Get that key, which really we're just going to use to get out of this room. That, like I said, we don't actually have to go to. Collect all our skulls. And out this door. Wonderful. Alright. And that is the last thing we will have to do over on this half of the board. Oops. So let's pop back around. Sure. Why not? And we will go back in this door, but now we will head off to the left, as we can see here. And we'll skip right through this room for now. And we'll skip right out of here for now. It's another section that frankly we could ignore, but we won't. We're going to head up here. Loop all the way around. And if that skull entrance is number 5, this can be number 6. So, let's take care of you. No, get away. That's fine. It's going to literally bring us right where we currently are. So, let's do this. Open up those paths. And then do that. Oh, that's not what I want to do. That is. Okay. So, nothing too special there, but it brings us around and shows us that room. Aha, there we go. I knew I missed one somewhere. This key here. Now this is, wow, that was, I don't know what I just did there. This basically just opens this up, you get a little trapped in here, basically just a trick room. But you can still get out in 2 ways. One, you can just let Master Hand kind of bring you out, or you can hookshot over, and that should have worked, but it didn't. Okay. You can also pull these guys up. So, now you have seen everything that this side of the dungeon has to offer. And we can move along to door number, I've completely lost track. Let's call it 7. This one we need the fire rod for. I would like something that looks a little more obvious here, but I think just knowing Zelda, you know that you need to use the dungeon item. And that'll open that up for us. And we could kind of go across here, or we could have saved one of the keys that we got somewhere else, but we didn't. So now we have to do this weird little thing where we can't actually see where we're going. It's a little frustrating, but never my favorite. And then eventually we somehow loop our way through. Get back up here. And it doesn't really matter if you go top or bottom so much, if I remember correctly. But I might not. I will come up here, see if there's any goodies here, and then escape out the left side if we can manage to find our way through a door, and collect this key. Well, that was ridiculous. Literally could not get through. But let's just use our bombos here. Take these guys out, and then hopefully try and get by the spikes. Ooh, that was more than I anticipated. But I'm just going to use the fairy. Because I don't want to hear the beeping. Anyway, I guess we can take this guy out. Doesn't really matter. Let's try and get through here. Through here. Alright, very good. Now, sprint across through here. We'll use our key. And go through a room that, for some reason, I have an odd degree of love for. I just think it's a fun puzzle. Oh, that's not where I wanted to go. But I did want the heart, so it was worth it. Now, I'm going to go this way. Open this one up. Get that. And out this way. And as always, let's get as many of these guys on the screen as we can. Take care of them. Yeah, this is an interesting spot. We're going to use our fire rod to open that, or light that, like this. Hopefully we still have time after that. Light that, and light that, and then go through this door. Guess what we're going to do? Goodbye. Now these little star clusters are kind of a weird enemy, I guess is what you would call them, where basically what they do is they chase you around, and if you get hit by them, you temporarily turn into that bunny Link. Sometimes it's genuinely a problem. A lot of the time it just kind of wastes your time for no real value. I don't know why. Sometimes it makes sense as an enemy, a lot of times it's just weird, and I don't know why they put it in. But it's there. Alright. And let's just deal with you. Wonderful. Get that heart. And take our key and get out of here. Brings us to this room here, where we can fill a little bit of our magic. And then we have two ways, well, a lot of ways of trying to deal with the boss of this dungeon. I forget its actual name. It's close to this, but I always call it Mothra, as in, you know, Godzilla. This is the, I think, more interesting way of dealing with it, but sometimes aim is off a little bit. It gets more difficult. I believe you can use the B, actually. Not 100% certain of that, but it'd be a funny way to deal with the moth. Definitely a very interesting enemy, and certainly boss dungeon, or whatever, boss stage. Oh, I was getting hit by that one. Sometimes the floor starts moving, which really throws you off. Alright, that wasn't very clean, but I was mostly just having fun. The other really easy way to deal with it is to use the magic cape, and then you just swing away at it, and it's really Very, very easy. But prefer not to do that if we can avoid it. Now, third maiden speaks. Dark Wolf, because of you, I can escape from the clutches of the evil monsters. Thank you. Do you know the prophecy of the great cataclysm? This is the way I heard it. If a person who has an evil heart gets the Triforce, a hero is destined to appear, and he alone must face the person who began the great cataclysm. If the evil one destroys the hero, nothing can save the world from his wicked reign. Only a person of the Knights of Hyrule, who protected the royalty of Hylia, can become their hero. You are of their bloodline, aren't you? Then you must rescue Zelda without fail. Alright. May the way of the hero lead to the Triforce. So, with that, we will again end things here. And when we come back, it'll be time to head off to dungeon number 4 down in the Village of Outcasts. But, till then, see ya.